They did some research on Instagram influencers a little while ago, and they worked out that somebody with 2,500 followers, but engaged followers, was more profitable to sponsor than someone with over 100,000, because the more followers there are, the less the only reason they're there is because everyone else is there. They're not really engaging with the content. So
Yeah.
it's never about the followers, it's always about the engagement. Because if you can prove to a company, hey, I've got 500 people watching me and they are all commenting and chatting and responding to it, if I say your product's really good, they're listening far more than if, Kim Kardashian says something, or one of the sort of Instagram influencers says something that everyone knows is an ad. They probably have never used the product. There's all sorts of cynicism around it. So you never look at
Yeah.
the following number, always engagement.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's sort of, I suppose there probably is a term for it. I was about to say there should be a word for that, like sort of, smart sponsorship. Like it's not about just, funneling out adverts and paying people to like
Yeah,
witlessly promote it. It's about finding someone who actually could be attached to it in a sort of almost authentic way, you know?
almost.
One of the great things, just to sort of use Spotify as the segue for this, right? So one of the great things about Spotify, and before it's sort of MySpace or YouTube is a good example also, is that in this sort of era of opening up the floodgates, if you like, to platforms where anyone can start a YouTube channel or anyone can upload their music, it's great because literally like anyone has a shot at pushing something out there that could catch fire, right?
Yeah.
But the con to that pro is that literally anyone can do it. So it's so like infinitely harder to find like the needle in the haystack, the actual gem out there. And if like anyone that's listening will know this, that when you go on Spotify now, it's almost like we've lost something around sort of finding a gem, because what happens is you go through your Discover Weekly playlist and Spotify recommends and all this stuff, you hear a song that you like, but it's not like it would have been 20 years ago where you go, wicked, I've got to get that and maybe I'll buy the album. Now it's like, oh, I love that song, anyway, on to the next, like you endlessly go through this ocean of content.
Yeah.
And I wondered if in you sort of opening up the floodgates in perhaps a smaller scale to people and taking their startup ideas, their new business ideas, is there the same sort of pro and con to it, where it's like, look, the pro is that you could help change people's lives and start up a business and they could be the lord or lady of their own destiny. That's amazing. But the con to that is that literally anyone can pitch you an idea and have you had to sit through some fucking terrible ideas.
Well, I've been relatively lucky in that I haven't heard any truly like, don't do that. That's a really, really bad idea. I've had a lot of people who have said, this is the next Spotify, this is the next Uber. And you're like, please don't say that, because that straight away kills the idea. You don't want to be a copy of anything.
Yeah.
But it's really bloody hard not to be a copy of something with so many ideas. I mean, the market will determine itself, right? If 10 ideas come out, one of them is going to shoot off and the others are going to die. And I think the bigger risk is probably people seeing, a startup like Airbnb, for example, and they think, oh, I can achieve that level of success. And you can, but they don't realize just how much luck is involved in the right place at the right time with the right people, the right
Yeah.
energy. It's like that, the unicorn of going viral on social media. Startups are exactly the same. If you start with a realistic view of, I'm just going to start now, and if I get one person, that'll be one milestone, and then when I get 10, that'll be another milestone. That's way better than doing some kind of manifesting chant to get, your first 10 million. Because it's just, yes, it can happen, but so much of it is luck. And so it's not so much bad business ideas, it's bad thinking behind the business idea that you just go, no, you're not, that's not a good idea.